Good afternoon, guys. It's Darren from Jace Media, and on this fine sunny afternoon in Glasgow, I'm joined in South Africa by none other than the infamous Soapgirls. Good afternoon, ladies. How are we?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Listen, really great to see you. It's been probably 4 years, I think, since I last saw you guys.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Well, it's freaking cool to see you again. Even though it's only virtually, it's amazing. We can't believe how long like the whole world's been shut down for. It's actually terrifying. But yeah.
So what have you girls been up to? Have you been able to record some new music? Or I know you do your crazy podcasts every few days, and I think they're so popular. And I think possibly a lot of people need a bit of that in the world, a bit of the zaniness that just, gives you a half hour and an hour of just chilling out and relaxing. And I think it's so good. It's what you do. But have you been able to make new music? I know you've had lots of stuff going on.
Oh, thank you. First of all. Yeah, we actually started recording our fourth album last year. We thought we were going to be heading out on tour, as always, but then that didn't happen because of what's going on in the world. And then so we've been writing more and more. So we have a lot of new material to record as well. And we nearly finished the fourth album. We just 3 or 4 songs that we need to go in and record. But every time we want to go and record, then there's either a lockdown, so then that's creates issues for power outages, and it's just bad. Yeah, but it will get done. And yeah, otherwise we've done over 300 virtual live stream shows, so it's been pretty crazy. But even for us, like a lot of people they message us and they're like, thank you so much, like you have no idea. Some people, they've been in a dark space and they're like, they just happen to be on, and then we made them laugh and they were like, you know what, life's not so bad. So we're glad. And even for us, because for us to see, obviously it's really cool when you see like the UK and that it's opening up and people are doing shows, but then it's like, fuck, I wish I was there doing it too. Yeah. And then we're stuck here and we love doing the live streams, but it's not the same. But Absolutely. The fact that we are still doing shows does make us happy. I think we would have gone probably mad if we would have been on the streets. No, we would have gone mad. Yeah, and that too.
Selling soap.
Selling my ass. There would have been no people to buy soap at that time. Yeah, we've been screwed. So we're very grateful for that. Yeah.
Well, how is it in South Africa? Is it still pretty bad?
Yeah. Well, you know what the worst is? The thing that confuses me about everything. So they say that the numbers are rising, but here people aren't, it's not what the media is portraying. So I don't understand with these variants and stuff that are in here, because it doesn't correspond with what we see on the ground. But the funny thing is, there is still a lockdown here and there's a curfew, and it's pretty strict. But also, I guess they have to, in order to get like financial aid from and milk that from other countries, they do hike up the numbers and stuff. Sorry, as terrible as that is to say, I reckon there must be something in that. But then unfortunately for us, South Africa is red listed, so we can't travel to anywhere else. And we had a tour planned for like October in Germany, and I think even in the UK, I don't think it's going to be possible. I mean, we could go, but then at every turn, it's a new rule for each country, and it's just, and we can't afford to go to a country, fly there with everything that we put together, and then sit in a hotel room and be like, okay, well, what the fuck now? We can't even perform or do a live stream.
And then you have to go back to your own city and start again. So I guess it's incredible where there's some countries who are doing really well and coming out. My son lives in Melbourne, and he's like crazy. He says he's a gardener, and he says basically I'm a gardener, and I'm considered a person that can go and work anywhere. I can go out and work. I'm like, wow. And he says, but I go home at night or the afternoon, 4 o'clock, and I'm basically locked in the house from 4 o'clock for the next day until we go back to work. So I guess everywhere's a bit different. I mean, Britain, Scotland has just started opening up in the last 2 weeks, but I guess what like you guys, the numbers are saying that the transmission rate is doubling week on week since we've come out of lockdown. So it's crazy. But I was through in Edinburgh last week on holiday with my good lady wife, and we went to Bannerman's.
Oh God,
Right?
I love Bannerman.
We went to Bannerman's to see a band called the Mercury Riots, an American band, and they're the first band that has performed in Britain since the lockdown 20 months ago.
Holy shit.
They decided
so you have them to blame for the rise of the numbers. No, I'm joking.
Listen,
I'm joking.
I'm blaming the whole 17 people that was in the audience.
Fuck's sake. But also, again, that's one thing I want to know. Are people like kind of skeptical at shows? Are they like wary and scared? No, I think people have had enough now and they don't give a fuck.
Camille, I think they are. I think, you know, Edinburgh at the moment, it's the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and the place was absolutely rammed with lots of tourists and people walking around. And then I got a message from the band to say, oh, by the way, we're playing in Bannerman's, because I told them I was in Edinburgh. And they said, come down. So I took my wife for something to eat. And I said, we'll go down about 8 o'clock. Interviewed the band, you know, and we had a real good half-hour interview. Went downstairs. The support act were playing. They came off, and the band came on at 9:45. And the doors closed, and there was 17 people in the venue. So I guess
they're only allowed.
No, Naomi, I think what it is, I guess it's just, you know, what you guys were saying. I think people are thinking, do we really want to go into a space, you know, with other people, you know? And then on Saturday, I went to Dreadnought Rocks. Woo!
Rock on.
And they were doing the Stormbringers, the Battle of the Bands for Winterstorm. And there was 3 bands there who were vying to win the coveted opening slot at Winterstorm, and there was 30 people at the venue. So
shit. Yeah, so maybe in open like festivals and stuff, people are more like they feel more safe, maybe because it's open air. I don't know. And then
I think what they're doing just now, I think what a lot of bands are doing. I'm going to see a band on Friday called Mason Hill, a Scottish band, and they're asking that everyone takes a lateral flow test the day before. You know, so I guess because it's sold out, so there's going to be 700 people at this event on Friday night.
Otherwise, everyone has to quarantine afterwards. I've seen a lot of shows get cancelled because someone came into contact with someone that was ill. Yeah. So that is also quite a tricky thing to get beyond. I mean, but I think it looks like they're going to start saying you can't enter a venue or a festival if you haven't had the double vaccination or you haven't been vaccinated.
Yeah, it's crazy.
To me, I think... Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I think each to their own. If that's the way that you want to go, then that's cool. But don't force people and say like, oh, you have a choice, but actually you don't, right? Yeah, so it's a tricky one. Yeah.
Of course it is. I think
it's so corrupt. They got shipped and donated a lot of vaccines, but they all expired, and someone left the doors of the fridges open. I don't know. It's a shit show. It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you guys bothered about the vaccination? Do you want to be vaccinated? Are you not fussed, or is it just a choice?
You know, for me personally, like I would want to know, and I've researched and I've tried to research like how, like what are the ingredients, everything, because I would want to know if I'm going to put something in my body. I want to know what, even when I buy fucking a packet of chips or whatever, I want to see what's inside there. If I'm going to put it inside myself, I want to see what's inside there. So for me, I find some things a bit sketchy, like you can't, they won't tell you exactly what is in there. And to me, that's a bit fucked up. And even if you try and Google how many adverse reactions from people after having the vaccination and how many deaths after the vaccination, they won't give you those numbers. And that to me is a bit, well, if there's more research from on my side, if there's more research done and like maybe a year into this, you can see the great scope of reactions and consequences to it. If it's proven to be like very effective, upwards of 90% effective, and no adverse reactions. And it's like generally guaranteed to ensure that life can continue as normal. Of course, I would take it, like especially if it was available in a pill form, because I hate needles. But until such a time as where I feel that it's necessary.
And maybe like, yeah.
Because now I see in the news, they're saying that if like another strain happens, all the vaccinations that have been created for the last strains, they won't be effective. So I'm just thinking, how many like times are people gonna have to get vaccinated?
Also, one thing that pisses me off is people that I mean, I'm not obviously I'm not a doctor. I don't have any. I have some like. I mean, I read like medical. I read medical journals and stuff. But
you're a rock star.
Doctor.
You know, you're a rock star. What are you talking about?
But I don't. I hate people that they know fuck all about any medical whatever, and they see something in the news, and then they're like, oh, but the government is saying that it's fine. Everyone is saying that it's fine, and if you say one thing against it or just even question it, then they bite your head off, and it's like cancel them.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy.
Like even I know a lot of some people's marriages are being torn apart because say the husband wants to get vaccinated and the wife doesn't, so then it's a screw up.
I mean, for me, it's kind of the same thing as using like it's pitting people against each other. So you get people who are religious, and then you get people who aren't. You get people looking for any way of causing division, and it's ridiculous. Don't judge people based off their choices. It's insanity.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Crazy. So when do you think you guys will be able to escape South Africa and come and start your world tour in Glasgow? Never mind go to Germany and all that. You need to fly to Glasgow, get your world tour started, and then piss off back to Germany or wherever you want to go. So that. Just when are you coming?
Well, for us, it looks like around about 2050.
Yeah, we're only kidding.
I'm joking.
From March. No. We will be there from March. We can't fucking wait. We're ready to tour at the drop of a hat. It's just there are too many
last year.
Yeah, there's just too many issues that are like, I don't know. It's not solid enough for us to risk going over. We just can't.
No,
and also because we're on the red list.
Yeah, you have to make sure. You've got to make sure you guys are perfectly safe. Because although people go, yeah, you want to come, but it's a big risk for you guys flying all the way from South Africa to get to Glasgow or Germany, and then somebody goes, well, you can't come in.
Yeah,
and also we're completely banned, so it's just really annoying for us to have to wait in a limbo.
Like, even if we did take the vaccine, they still wouldn't let us into the countries because we're on the red list.
So absolutely. It's just until we're forced to we obviously aren't gonna be in a hurry to go and get it. But
I mean, what's the point? We get it, and then some
new variant happens,
and then it's
and then you have to do it again.
Exactly. If by March next year, they've found an even better, more effective thing, then for sure we'll take it and we'll be on our way. And we really can't fucking wait.
Absolutely. So where are you starting the tour? Who's lucky enough to see you first?
UK, of course, the UK. I mean, that's where we first started touring overseas or internationally, and
then I think from there to Europe,
and also America and Japan.
Last year it was so shit. We had a whole Japanese tour planned.
Yeah, music broke out in Japan, everything, and just what the fuck? Yeah,
and standstill.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. So what you need to do, start the world tour, come to Glasgow, right? Don't go anywhere else. Just make arrangements, get Sam to sort it out, come to Glasgow, do your world tour, and then go to Europe. Or don't worry about England, go to Europe, and then come back to England and then go somewhere else. That's what you need to do. Come and visit us in Glasgow.
Fine. I love Glasgow.
All your English listeners are going to be like, what the fuck?
But listen, don't worry. This video, when it goes out, it goes to America, it goes to Australia, it goes to Europe. So everybody will get to see you guys. And I think this is the power of doing these things that you do, your live streams, that people get to know you two guys just as a couple of young girls who want to reach the world with your power of music. You're just two normal young girls who just want to, just have a good time. You want to bring music to the world, and I think that's what's really good about it. Yes, you have your crazy stage outfits and stuff, and what have you. But you know what? I think that makes the whole thing. When I came to see you in Glasgow, the two guys that I worked with at Shock City had said, "Do you want to come and look after the girls?" I'm like, "Yeah, no bother." And they said, "They're in that room over there," and I went to see the two of you, and I'm like, "Okay," and and you're like, "Oh, where do I look?" But the thing is that when you get to know you two guys, because when you finished the show, if you remember, you were going to do Wildfire.
Oh yes.
And then the night we finished, the snow. Do you remember the snow was teeming outside of the venue? And I'm thinking, crikey! And you guys were trying to pack up your van, stuff wouldn't fit, and I'm like, fuck, stuff's not fitting. And then we got everything in, and you said, you guys said, you gave me a T-shirt and one of your CDs, and I have the T-shirt on all the time, and my wife's like, "What the fuck's that?" And I'm like, "This is so good," But it is what it is. You just embrace it, and I think that's what's really good. You've got such positivity, and you send out such vibes, which is really good. I catch a lot of your casts, and I just find myself chuckling, and I turn around and I'm like, fucking hell, there they are again, the two girls, and it's just you have such a laugh, which is brilliant, and
you have to.
Yeah, of course you do. I think you do, and I think these crazy times, I think it's nice that you can bring a bit of positivity to the mass audience, and the Soapsuds will be loving it. They'll be like,
"Oh, we have the
honestly, we have the best fans in the world." The one thing that the biggest positive for me during the lockdown has been the use of social media to stay connected. Never before has it been so important to stay connected, and it's actually it's amazing how many people will have a community, and there are a lot of lonely people, a lot of people who also just want to bring goodness to the world, people who care about animals, people who love music, people who don't have anyone in their own families that makes them feel that they're accepted or to be able to be themselves. So for us to be a space for people, and then to encourage them to also be a space for other people,
and also
it's really amazing feeling.
Even a lot of the people that have stumbled across our live streams, they wouldn't necessarily have maybe listened to our music or maybe heard of us or anything, but now they're like, "Oh my God, I don't know what."
Well, what I've been missing, what I've been missing, absolutely. Because I think that's the whole thing about it. When some people might click on it and think, "What the hell's this?" But do you know what? When you,
which is good.
Yeah, and I think, well, this is a bit freaky. I'm going to keep watching, and I think that's what's going to do it.
See, we're the same. We love anything that makes us think differently. Like, oh my God, so life isn't just this one track road. There's so many different things. And for us, it's to encourage people to not feel judged. There's just love. And a lot of people don't realize that the world can be a happy place. It starts with yourself. And if you can't love yourself or accept yourself, you're just going to have a hard time accepting the differences in others. And that's the thing that we hope people always remember.
But even for us, sometimes it can be quite difficult because I think even this has taught us how to overcome a lot of new barriers
or obstacles.
Because barriers, me trying to get fancy.
Get the Soapgirls up there.
No, but so we have to deal with things like a shadow ban, which is fucking annoying. So YouTube and Facebook, they'll try and block people from seeing our live streams or a post or anything promoting a live stream.
Even in South Africa, to find our page on Facebook,
it's really difficult.
It's very difficult. You'll find sometimes our merch page easily, but
then our actual page, then no. Or even people that have subscribed to our YouTube channel, they won't get a notification when we're live.
It's just a lot of stupid small things,
but it just makes us want to push even more.
Of course, listen, and I think you should. I think if you're you want to be creative and you want to get your message out there, I think you should be allowed to do that. Sometimes forums like Facebook and YouTube and things like that, I think, wow, it's a bit risky, it's a bit out there, but I guess in these crazy times, it brings a bit of happiness to people, that like you guys have said, you may be having a bit of a shit day, and then you flick on the Soapgirls and instantly your frown's turned upside down. You're thinking, fuck me, what have I been missing? And that's what brings a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
But even at our live shows, the thing is, we love the audience participation. We love people who thought, fuck me, I would never get up on stage, getting up on stage, and then they've got no option but sing. Grab the mic, fucking sing. Or I think just jump.
I think a lot of us, but maybe more people have realized since this lockdown, like not to give as much of a fuck, because we've been brought up in, everyone has been brought up in a society to think like, just be quiet, don't make a noise, don't draw attention to yourself, that's arrogant, just like stay in your box, stay in your lane, you must dress like this at this age, and you must speak like this at this age, you can't be like that. And for us to show people, come to a show and just be yourself, or just like fucking let go, then people are like, fuck man, I feel a weight lifted off my shoulder.
I remember myself being dragged up on stage to drink the goo-goo juice. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on?
I think you were just like, oh, this is like water.
Scottish people can drink. Yeah, I won't lie. Most people fall down, and we were like, what the fuck? Yeah.
If you bring it to Scotland, we just like, what's that? That's nothing, you know. We're hard, you know. We're like,
you have to say it in Scottish accent. It's like orange juice.
Yeah, it's like, what's this? Orange juice. Jesus.
I think it was Iron Brew.
Would you say
someone says
accent?
I think someone says it's not Iron Brew.
Yeah.
But you know,
Millie's
listen,
accent.
You know, it's just a great show, you know, and I think the people that were there really enjoyed it. And I think that's just the message that you girls send out. You know, I've been looking forward to chatting, you know, and it's nice that when I talk to people, I've got a connection with them. You know, sometimes when I'm interviewing people, you know nothing about them, and you're like, what am I going to talk about? And you know, am I going to, you know, my crazy Scottish accent, is it going to come across, you know, all right? Because a lot of the interviews that I do, I have subtitles because people don't understand.
But people can't understand.
Your accent's brilliant. I love it, and it's easy to understand. It's the Welsh accent and the Geordies. Whoa, I cannot understand a fucking word.
But I will say one thing though. One time when we played the show in Scotland, this guy was trying to have a conversation with me, but it was in front of a speaker with loud music, and I'm already like half deaf. And he was drunk, Scottish, and he had no teeth, so I had no chance. I was just like this the whole time.
Obviously, he was a real charmer then, Noemie. Yeah, he was a real charmer.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect when you come to Scotland? You know, did he have ginger? Did he have ginger hair? Did he have ginger hair?
No. My favorite experience in Scotland was, where was it?
I think we could have been in Glasgow.
I think we were
the Black Cat, or what is that place? It's a really cool place.
But like the paramedic. Yeah, no, with so Sam parked to offload, and then immediately within a few minutes, this parking guard police woman came, and she was fucking rude. She was like, you have to move your stuff.
Was that the cat house?
Yes, that one. Yes. And then Sam was like, no. Yeah. And Sam was having a fight with this woman, and then eventually, because we were offloading our stuff, it's like, just wait 5 minutes, man. We're just gonna fucking offload. Yeah. And then she's like going insane, and she's like, I'm gonna give you a fine or whatever. And then she gives us a fine. She's like, you've got 1 minute. And then Sam was like, I'll fucking show you 1 minute, you bitch. And then it was just making
about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But then give Sam like a huge fine. It was so ridiculous.
And then after the show, it was really, really cold. I remember this. And then I had a pack of digestive biscuits. And then like we were talking to everyone on the steps and laughing and taking pictures. And then this random guy, because I was standing to load everything in the car, this random guy comes up and he's like, are you a man? To me. And I was like, no. And he was like, show me your fanny then. and no, but like, and he was like, oh, you're making me emotions mixed. And he's like, I'm attracted to you, but you're a man. And then he was like, I'm gonna blather you. And then, but he was obviously like on drugs, on serious drugs. And I was like trying to calm this guy down. I was like, do you want a biscuit? And he's like, I don't want a fucking biscuit. Show me your fanny.
I was just like,
and then people had to come and like take him away. And I was just like, whoa, this guy's crazy.
Oh God. And in Scotland, one of the scariest moments we've ever had. So we did this show in a hotel, and everything was cool.
That down in Greenock?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So everyone was dressed in suits, and I didn't know why, because our shows can get pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
we
pretty crazy.
like, and especially when people have a sense of fun. I mean, you never know what's gonna go down.
So we had like bags of flour, eggs, and
shaving foam, just to add some fun and spice.
Why not? And we got this
two guys to get up on stage. One guy was we made him wear a gold mankini,
like Borat style, and he was wearing this.
He was like, oh God, but he did it.
But then he rocked it, and then the other guy, he wanted to drink the voodoo juice, but he only took like a sip, I think. And he was throwing eggs at people.
Yeah, first he was shy. We said throw some eggs at everyone, and he was like, oh God, no.
And then he really got into it, and we were like, whoa, okay. Jeez. And then so he got off stage because the song ended, and then we were busy playing, and someone threw an egg, and it hit him on his head, and then he just like conked out.
He killed over. So I was watching this thinking,
and we were like, wait,
this guy's not waking up.
And he was 70 years old. He was in his 70s, and we were like. And everyone was like crowding around him and saying, and then we were like, okay, we're gonna stop the song just to see. And they're like, no, carry on playing. And we're like, no,
this guy, there's something wrong. So people were hitting him, trying to beat him up away. He wouldn't wake up.
And then we were like, oh my God, he's dead.
He's dead. So we stopped playing, and I just said to our manager, I was like, oh my God, you're going to jail. You're gonna have to go to jail for us.
We can't go to jail.
We can't go to jail. You're taking the blame. Fuck. And
the paramedics came.
No, the owner of the venue. Okay, he just locked the doors, and he was like, I'm just telling everyone now.
In Scottish accent,
I'm warning all of you. You came in here drunk, all right? Don't even change the story. He came in here drunk, and I'm not doing it properly. But he was like adamant. He was like, don't anyone changes the story or anything, shit's gonna go down.
He was like, snitches get stitches.
Like, I'm warning everyone in here. This is the story. He came in here drunk.
And everyone was like, yeah, okay. He was
because the problem was, apparently he was a town idiot who only had one fucking kidney.
He just had an operation, and he should not have been drinking. So that voodoo drink was like
the worst thing. So the guy said, no, it's his own fucking fault. He should never have done it.
And then the paramedics came in, and then their faces, when they saw half naked people covered in eggs, flour, and shaving foam, they're like, what the fuck?
And then we were just standing there on and then they had to use those like defibrillator things. Wow. And then shock him away.
Came back, and his wife came in. His wife came there, and she was not happy with him at all. I think she wanted to slap him.
So we felt bad, but I mean, Jesus.
And I'm pretty sure she said to him, "You should have fucking died." Like,
yeah, that's just your normal, typical response from a crazy mad drunk person who just wants to go out and enjoy himself, and especially finding himself in a Soapgirls show. What did you do on a Thursday night? I went to a Soapgirls show and nearly died. And people are like, yeah, I can believe that. Because
no. That was the only moment I was actually, my stomach dropped.
Ambulances have been called
to shows,
but this was when we were making that drink like really strong.
But also the other thing is, I won't do in order to also cover us, I will drink what I ask someone if they would like to have a drink. I say you drink as much as you know you can handle. It's on you. So they drink, but I'll drink it as well. I match people. I have a very strong tolerance to alcohol. So if someone wants to match me and they don't really handle alcohol well, that's on them. Really? So I drink yeah.
Everyone always wants one secret ingredient that's in there. It's elephant piss.
Oh. Sam's telling you that there's elephant piss. That's the secret ingredient in the voodoo drink.
Is Sam holding the camera because she can say hello?
No. Oh, no. I'm holding. She's falling out the car.
Hey, Sam, how are you?
The seat's broken, so we had to tie it back.
Oh, good. We're just laughing our asses off because we got raided by baboons.
Why?
Day before yesterday.
Yesterday. It was fucking funny. It's just, life is crazy. So
yeah. What are you doing? Hiding away?
Oh
my God! Fuck's sake!
I look like orange.
A national rescue operation for Sam. She'd be like, don't tell people who I am. Too late now. Yeah. She's on Jace Media. God's sake, she'd be noticed all over the world. My God. So what are you guys planning? What are you doing just now? Are you just hanging out?
No, so we're gonna go back home and then finish making and creating for the shows tomorrow.
Because we make the props and the backdrops for like the theme shows.
Because each night it's a different theme, so we have to change that room and create new artwork and
paint it up
and make clothes.
And then also in between we're writing loads of new songs as well, which is cool. Because it's tricky when you're on tour, you don't always get the chance to write, so we're just gonna try to write as much as you can.
Yeah, and also remember when you write some stuff, and I'll review it for you, and we'll get it out there.
Hey, rock on! Thank you. I'll be interested to hear what you think of the fourth album songs.
It went black. I don't know what's going on.
Review Heart and Bloom.
Are you back on?
Yeah, but you guys are black on the screen.
Oh, sorry, we've been in the sun a bit too long. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh shit.
And now?
There we go, we're back. What happened there? What did you do?
It was you.
Sam must have done something. She's put a hex on it.
Yeah, exactly.
So listen.
Sam's saying, there's a baboon.
Oh, fuck. There's a baboon.
Oh, wait, we have to film this. Okay, how do I show you?
Turn this way.
Turn your camera.
Or you get out. You get out the car.
You get out the car, Sam.
Get out the car, show it. There.
Can you see him?
Can you see it? There it is.
Wow. Wow.
So they're going to your homes and that as well. That's just one. There's a few.
There'll come more now.
Oh God.
Wow, that's incredible. Crazy, man.
I can't turn it around. Oh God. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, so listen, so when you get some new music, drop it to my inbox and we'll get it out there and get the world knowing about
for sure.
The Soap Girls.
You should review our song Heart and Bloom.
Well, you need to send it to me.
Okay.
Send it to me and I'll review it and I'll do a piece on it and then I'll put it out there and then we post it all over the world. So the people will get to hear the Soap Girls.
Hey, rock on.
It's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you.
Wait,
girls.
Darren.
Yep.
Before you go, can I ask? Do you eat black pudding?
Eat black pudding? Yes, I love black pudding.
Oh my gosh, I wish there was a vegetarian version of it. Oh my God, it just seems cool, but it terrifies me.
Can we drive around? I'll show him now.
Oh, Sam wants to show you around South Africa. She says, should we drive around?
If you want. Well, you've only got with Zoom. We've only got 5 minutes because it only does a 40-minute. It's only a 40-minute slot.
I've only got 5 minutes. And also, Darren, thank you so fucking much for your time.
Listen, it's my pleasure. It was nice to get to chat to you girls and get to know you a bit better because I think, when the guys see the live streams and stuff like that, they don't get to see you guys and know kind of what you're all about. So, you're just two normal girls, who
people think we're crazy,
which we are.
I
mean, there is some sanity to insanity.
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
I think you're the only sane one.
Listen, you're probably both sane and insane in your own sane way, but that's what makes you who you are.
I love that. Yeah. Okay, wait. Do you want to try film it? Okay, wait. Darren,
I'm going to try and show you. Okay, wait. I'm going to try and. Sam, I hope the Wi-Fi doesn't.
So this is an area called
Simonstown.
Okay. And where is this based?
In Cape Town.
Right. Cool.
Oh, wow. So you get the beach and the penguins. Whoa, Sam, what are you doing?
Seems quite empty. As there are not a lot of people around.
Inside.
Oh God, Sam, you have bloody cards.
Do you want to show outside there?
Yeah.
And how far away do you girls live from where you are just now?
Down the road.
We live about 10 minutes from where we had to drive for the Wi-Fi.
Is this the new house? Yeah.
Oh look, there's a baboon. Wait. Look, there he is.
Wow. Insane, isn't it? That's insane. But
It's fucking funny, man.
it's insane, but funny at the same time, because you know we wouldn't see stuff like that. You know, like a baboon roaming the streets of Glasgow. You know, that'd be quite incredible. But
Imagine baboons in Glasgow.
They'd just be drinking.
yeah,
Fucking
drinking the
hell.
voodoo juice.
Yeah, they would.
Jesus, it would be ridiculous.
In our house 2 days ago, our brother heard like this noise in the kitchen, and like something, like he thought it was our mom just throwing stuff, like cleaning or something. And he went, and both the freezer door and the fridge door were like open. And he said, "Mom, what are you doing?" And then so both of the doors closed, and there was a big alpha baboon standing there. And he was like, "Huh?"
Shit himself.
Wow.
He shat himself. And then this thing just looked at him, and it was eating an apple like this.
They even tried to get into a bottle of like Bailey's, equivalent of Bailey's.
Yeah, he tried to open it, and then he couldn't get it open, so he threw it.
Yeah, obviously upset at that, but you know, hey, shit happens, doesn't it?
Fuck's sake.
Listen, I really appreciate your time, girls. It's been fantastic.
Thank you.
To get to know you. The video should be up probably tomorrow or Friday. I'll let you know. I'll email you and let you know when it's up. And I will share it round. It goes on YouTube, goes on Instagram, goes on Facebook, and we put it on our own website. So, and then you can share it on your own socials as well. And then remember to send me that single so I can review it.
Hey, we will, and thank you. And also, we just want to say a huge thank you to our amazing Soapsuds, and like for everyone out there that wants a space to be. Oh shit! Everyone who wants a space to be free.
Oh, he's stolen someone's food.
Then just yeah. Oh my god!
Look, he's stolen a loaf of bread.
That's insane, isn't it? Wow.
Oh my god, they're cheeky.
It's incredible, isn't it?
You can create the space for freedom in the world, and never lose your sense of humor as well.
Darren,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna quickly take you up close so you can see. You can see you can see him eating his bread. Watch, because this is definitely. How do I swap it around?
Over here.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. You can see for yourself. This is definitely a podcast, a different type of podcast.
Sam, just watch it doesn't steal your phone.
Yeah, no, well, check.
Oh, that's incredible, isn't it? Oh, madness. Brilliant, absolutely insane. Oh, crazy.
We're doing a podcast. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm taking you back to the girls quickly.
No problem.
Well, that's definitely a different podcast for you, for sure.
An unexpected guest.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Brilliant. Listen, girls, I'll let you get on.
Thank you very, very much.
This is Darren from Jace Media with the Soapgirls, chatting all things
Thank you for having us.
music.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, listen, you're absolutely welcome. And hopefully we'll see you in Glasgow real soon.
Yes, we can't fucking wait.
Absolutely. Take care, girls. Keep rocking. And we'll see you hopefully next year.
Yes.
Thanks,
Thank
girls.
you. Bye, darling.
Take care.
Thank you.
Rock
Take
on.
care,
And
girls.
stay safe.
I will. You too, girls. Take care.